Hi guys, Zoe here from OneGlanceTrader.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my new indicator, the OGT Pin Bar Elite. Now, the Pin Bar Elite, it's still being made. I've been going backwards and forwards with my developer, refining it, tweaking it, so it's not 100% fully ready. However, what I want to do is kind of walk you through the basics on this, and none of this will come to a surprise to you guys. For those of you who have been watching my previous videos, you'll know that I've started to really like trading pin bars that are going with the trend. Now, when I first release the OGT Pin Bar Elite, it will be a trend trading indicator. So trying to get into pullbacks of trends where a pin bar is formed at the bottom of the pullback, so you get in a good price, and B, you're going in the direction of the trend. And then I will introduce the counter trend traders out there that are trying to use the pin bar to kind of pick tops or what have you. So the fundamental key foundation is all based around the OGT price action indicator, so the pin bar. So it's in all the versions. For those of you who have downloaded the OGT Price Action Indicator, which you can get free, by the way, for the link below. Um, it's all based on the fundamental rules. So I'm not going to go into the rules of the pin bar and things like that. You guys can go and look back and watch my previous videos. What this will talk about is what conditions need to be met for a pin bar to be formed. And the rules are quite straightforward, so the rules haven't really changed. If you look back into my previous videos, I've kind of been tweaking and refining this stuff yet. I'll tell you what will be definitely hard coded in the indicator, so you don't need to worry about it. And then secondly, what is left to interpretation. So eventually I want to get to a point where you know it will 99% of the time, if it shows up as a signal, you will take the trade. There are a few bits in there that, like stuff like market structure, you can't really code that much into an indicator, but I want to code as much as I can. So therefore, the signals it does produce, it takes you less time to actually analyze it, and you can do it straight away, hence the name One Glance Trader. So here we go. So the first thing that will happen is for a pin bar to be shown is that the 20, 50, 200 EMA are in the correct order. And what I mean by the correct order is that if it's a sell signal, it should be the 21st, the 50, and the 200. So actually, what I forgot to mention is, so I do have the Aussie Japanese yen 1 hour chart. Again, this was back in what time frame is this? The 23rd of March. I'm looking at this pin bar here with the 17 on there. And for those who don't know what that 17 means, it basically means last time that price touched the top of this wick was 17 bars ago, so 17 hours ago, because we're looking at a 1 hour chart. And so the first thing is it needs to be in the correct order. So that will be hardwired into the coding of the indicator. The 50, 200 EMA have to be sloping up or down. So in this case, the 200 EMA is sloping down, so it's red, and the 50 EMA will also is sloping down, and it's red. Now, again, the indicator I've got doesn't have all these lines coded in like that. And again, before I release it, I want to code those indicators in. And what will be good about this indicator, I've gone with the 20, 50, 200. It's fully customizable, so you can, if you like the 17, the 80, and the 160, for example, you can have those kind of settings in there. I've just gone with 20, 50, 200 as my kind of rule of thought. So that one in there. Pin bar has touched the 50 EMA. So again, I view as the 50 EMA, or the medium moving average, or whatever you want to call it, as a good kind of, you got the downtrend and it's pulled back into the 50 EMA. So again, that will be hardwired and coded in the indicator for whatever your medium moving average is. I won't have an option true or false. It's a mandatory thing. It needs to come back and at least touch touch this in there. Price is above or below the cloud at the moment, not in the indicator, so again I would have to look at that to see if it was. So for example, this signal here in the finished indicator wouldn't show because it's in the cloud, so it wouldn't be on there. However, in this example, which is why I've cherry picked this example, because it kind of hits all the bits that I need, that is below the cloud. Pin bar as touch or as close to a round number. Now, even though that the close is over here and the nearest round number is here, so if I show you that, so that's the 81,500 level. Even though it's not that far away, price is thereabouts. So in terms of when you normally put your stop loss, it normally goes above the high, where in this case it will go above the round number, which will be act as resistance. So we've got support here, you got support here, broke through it again around this area again. This pin bar here, you know, round numbers, as you guys can see in my previous videos, I'm a big fan of round numbers and how they provide movements in there. And then when you look at risk to reward, which I'll go into in a second, in terms of from a reward perspective, you know, people go with 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and all this type of stuff, whereas I'm trying to put my exits in logical places, and that's the bit I'm starting to learn a bit more around. That you can't just have every trade as a 2-to-1 and hopefully the market will give you 2-to-1. You kind of got to put these kind of stops and your targets in logical places, and round numbers make sense to me as a trader of where to kind of be putting these take profits and stop losses. So again, so the closer it touches there, again, it gives you more of a barrier there. In terms of coding it into the indicator, I probably won't do it in the first version I release of this. It probably will be something you have to eyeball, but again, there's so many conditions inside here. Again, you know, hopefully it'll be quite quick. So if the pin bar formed down here somewhere and saying a sell signal, you're so far away, plus the plus your kind of take profit section will be down here, it's not even worth it, so you can discount it straight away. But in the first release version, it probably is not going to be in there. Next one is market structure. Again, this is something that I don't think you can really code, it's something you really got to eyeball. So if we look at this here, you've got your, you know, downtrend, then your retracement, downtrend, and then your retracement. So you've got lower lows and lower highs at this point here by the time this is formed. So pretty good market structure there. And then the last one, which you can have it if you want, it's, you know, it's again down to personal preference. Again, the more kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here, the more rules you kind of have in, the less trades you're going to get. So it's up to you whether you want to, how much time you want in front of the charts. You want to put all the indicators on, or not indicators, sorry, all the rules on, so you only really get what is deemed to be the best trades, or you're a bit more loose with your rules. Therefore, you see a lot of trades, and it's quite easy for you. Then you decide to make the choice based on that. And that same goes with the actual pin bar itself. There's so many rules I've got inside the OGT Price Action indicator on, you know, the pin bar has to be greater than 4 bars, or the wick has to be X number of pips, or whatever it may be. On there again, they're all in there. It's built on the foundation of the OGT price action indicator on the pin bar element of this. So sorry, digressing there. So looking at the ATR 21 period, again, I've just selected 21 periods. You can do 14, 8, 6, whatever it is you want. So if I quickly have a look over here, 30 pips. And this is 27.2, so it's bigger than 1 ATR, which is good to see. And I've just realised that I actually missed section number 6, which is probably quite important. Is that the FIB expansion 61.8 level is ideally on or before the next round number. So as you can see over here, this is where the pin bar is. Now I'm going to draw the Fibonacci expansion. Okay, let's take this as the high, this as the low. go. There. So there's the 61.8. Now there's two kind of ways you can actually kind of go about doing this. So in this currency pairs, you've got the round numbers between you've got the 81, the 82, and then you also got the 500 marked on this currency pair. So there's two things you can do here. You can either because your stop loss is going to be because this one tries to get in there, because your stop loss is quite a big stop loss here. Let's say even if you get in at market 35 points, and then the next round number there is 60 points away, so you're making just a little over 1-to-1. Or your other option is, depending on when you get in, again, entering onto the trade is a bit different. You can either just do it at market when you see it and you're happy with it, you're happy with the spread. Some people like to wait for breaks. Some people like to wait for it to come all the way, because then you could have got in at this price here and only had a stop of like 17 pips, where then your first target could have been at the 81 and then taken half off the table and then let it go to the 61.8 and then move stop to break even. Because if it didn't get here, then you would have got stopped out. So again, that's something, when it comes to just having an indicator and looking at it on the screen, it also needs logic in terms of where you're going to put your stop, where you're going to put your take profit target, and that's hopefully a journey that we're going to be learning together. So I just wanted to quickly go through with you new indicator that I'm building, OGT Pin Bar Elite. Not 100% sure, if I'm really honest, if I'm going to give this away for free, and the only reason why I'm not going to give it away for free is because I really want you guys to kind of really take action with this. A lot of people have downloaded the price action indicator, so much great feedback on it, and I know people that have downloaded it and then just haven't even bothered with it. And I'm of a firm opinion that if you put money in, i.e. investing your time and your money into something, there's more chance you're actually going to put some action into it. Now, even if I did put a dollar amount on it, is you could do this for free with the price action indicator. Again, it's nothing. What I've done here is taken the price action indicator and put some additional rules on it, and therefore made a pin bar elite, or what I'm calling a more rounded pin bar indicator for trading. And that's why I think with the time I've put into this is something I'm going to start trading. But again, you can do it for free. Yeah, you can do it for free with the price action. Just take what I've just take a screenshot of this, put the OGT price action indicator on, and then you'll be able to do this yourself. It's nothing on there. And also the price I'm going to put on it, it's going to be really small. It's going to not be anything like in the $200-$300 mark. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's not going to be anywhere near that type of range. It's going to be something that is going to be quite straightforward. But what I like to do, I like to prove things. So once it's built and it's ready and it's working the way I want it to work, I'll trade it. And if it doesn't work in terms of trading, then it doesn't work, and then I won't sell it anymore. Then I'll just give it away for free as another thing that you can use in terms of your trading arsenal. So I think it's going to work. I think it's got legs. I think I'm onto something here. So what I would love for you guys to do is really just jump on the ride with me. So I'll be doing more videos of the indicator once it starts being built, so you can really see the history of this progressing, and I really hope you join me for the ride. So really hope you enjoy the video. Leave your comments below, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.